we'll get into the topics, how the success story and what is the failure recently you have been covered for your interviews and all. You
Yeah.
can cover up that, and then we will go through kind of a mentoring and the way how do we go with the mentors, coaching, and all this. So we'll have some insight to that. Probably that would be the interest of the audience. So we'll
Yes.
get into that also. Yeah. So good evening, everybody, and we are here to have the episode 5 with Paromita for Scrum Master Career Transition Talk. So, what generally we do discuss with individual Scrum Masters or senior Scrum Masters what the current trend questions and all, what exactly they are facing the challenges and success stories basically. Okay, so these all we do keep saying. So please stop me anywhere you think like okay you have to stop me or stop Paramita. You can stop, and if you wanted to utilize the chat and put your question, so go ahead and do that even. So yeah, that is all from my end, and I would start the introduction for Paramita as a guest to this platform. So Paramita, I met Paramita 3 months back, what I remember. Okay, and what? Hi, Rajkumari. So,
Hi, Rajkumari.
yeah. So, I met Paramita 3 months back. Before than that, I do not know. Actually, I do not have any understanding of Paramita, and Paramita has also same thing probably. Okay. Now, we both were probably a colleague even to the organizations coming into that. So, okay. And what I found her, she is quite energetic, very honestly, and she is like okay, she is ready to learn and she is ready to adopt anything the new things, and she is ready to even getting into coaching and other thing, mentoring other things she is interested. So that is what I do know, and she is having 11 plus years of IT experience altogether, and she is playing a senior scrum master role. So she can share her experience about how the journey was, how difficult, how stressful, how bad, how good, all thing. And the forum is open to you, Paramita now.
Yeah, thanks, Anant, for the warm introduction. So, I'd like to say that I have 11 plus years of experience, and for the first 7 to 7.5 years of my life, I was a core technical person. I mean, I was a developer, and I did not. I was working in traditional waterfall models only, and I did not know what is a Scrum Master. To be very honest, I knew what is agile, but only in a very vague level, and I did not know what is in iteration, what is increment. I did not have any idea. So the journey and the transition, I would say, to a Scrum Master was a bit interesting, as I was in my maternity leave at that time. I was, and it was COVID period. So I everyone in my home would be having, I mean, work from home, and I would overhear their meetings. So at that time, I would hear that something like this sprint retrospective was happening, a sprint review, Scrum Master. So all these terms I heard that time only, and I asked like, what is basically? I mean, it. I was quite interested, I would say, and I would ask, what is this and what all these meetings are all about. So my sister-in-law at that time introduced me to she showed me that, see, this is a Scrum board and this is how our projects are getting managed and all these things. So when I joined back from my maternity leave, at that time our organization was having a transition to agile ways of working, and there was a company mandate of this safe agilist training. So everyone had to do it, fortunately. And after that I started having this overall transition. I was starting to have a Scrum Master, I was supporting him, and slowly it was initially a bit difficult to understand all these concepts, but yeah, we overcame, we got into a rhythm after some time. And after that I did CSM from Scrum Alliance, I mean, out of my own interest. And then I started giving interviews, I started attending interviews, and I became a professional Scrum Master in an organization. So it was going on in this way, and now I have joined an organization recently as a senior Scrum Master. And I had faced quite, I mean, there were some situations that those were a bit stressful, but yeah, there I would like to say that there is no end of learning. Like, we every day we have to learn a lot in this agile framework, and we have to learn a lot about the Scrum, the safe enterprise, less everything. We have There is a lot to learn. There is no scope of that, okay, I know everything now. So that's it, I would like to say.
Okay. Thanks, Paramita, for the introduction. And I would get into bit up the, like, okay, how do you prepare yourself during the interview? Is it even like, okay, only basic scrums and agile values, core values? What exactly the theoretical questions and what exactly the practical questions you were facing? I would like to know it
Yeah,
on that.
so see, we have to look into the JD first of all. Whenever we are attending an interview, we have to look into the JD, because nowadays there is a requirement of a mix of Scrum Master as well as project manager who do the PMP kind of things also, like managing everything from budgeting and all those things. And also they are looking for Scrum Master as well in the same package. So certainly, if we only know about the Scrum values and Scrum principles and all the meetings, all the ceremonies that happens, only learning that, I would say that it would not help very much in cracking the interviews. But actually, if we have gained some kind of practical knowledge, we have we know what all hurdles we can face in the organization. We can give them real life examples and how we could overcome those hurdles. Then that would really help in some cases, like how we can manage the conflicts within the team. If it is a healthy conflict, how we can encourage the team to move into a, I mean, get into a solution. And all those things, I mean, I would like to say that knowing only the Scrum guide won't help that much. But yeah, attending a few workshops, attending a few trainings, and doing hands on, even if we are not working as a Scrum Master, but if we can, whatever we have in the organization we are working, whatever we are having, if we can change the mindset of people towards agile ways of working, that would also help us in making us experienced a little bit.
Yeah. So basically, you wanted to say that, okay, this what exactly you have been change your mindset when you were working as a scrum master and working as an, before than that, whenever you were working. So, like, you are working basically as a developer, right?
Yeah.
So what my question is, how did you change your mindset? What's the difference? You do see that when you are working as a developer, what's the different mindset? And now as a scrum master, what is the different mindset?
See, basically, the only main thing is that as a developer, I am an individual contributor to the project. I know that, okay, I have this job. If it is done, my job is done. I don't care about what the team is achieving and all that. But as a Scrum Master, you are like, as it is the code word only, that Scrum Master is a servant leader. So you have to guide the team towards their goal. You have to see that their focus is not deviated, that they're committed, that there is transparency in the whole team, and the team members are not like having some kind of cold war with each other, and they are not having that psychological safety to invest or share their thoughts or any kind of problems towards their Scrum Master or towards their colleagues. So that has to be taken care as a Scrum Master. When you are a Scrum Master, you are no longer an individual coordinator, but you are the seller of the ship. If the ship consists of your team members, then you are the seller, and you have to see that the ship sails in the right way, taking care of all the risks and all the impediments, helping in removing all the impediments, and making your team, cross functional, so that they are not dependent on one individual team member that much, that even if that team member is having some kind of problem or suddenly leaves the organization, so it doesn't happen that the all the risks that can happen, those are managed, I mean those are forecasted by the scrum master beforehand. And there is a proper plan in hand that okay, we have to take care, if these are the risks that can happen, then we have to take care in this way. And obviously everything does not go as per our plan, so there will be failures, but how can we reduce the impact of the failure, how can we reduce the impact of the risks, so that has to be taken care. So as a developer, yeah, it is like an individual coordinator, that's it, individual contributor. But a scrum master has a full load of responsibilities, unlike the thought process that okay, the scrum master is basically not a technical person, so he is redundant in the team. But generally that is the thought process that goes on around many people. But if someone gets into the shoes of a scrum master, then they will feel that what kind of pressure and what kind of stressful situations we pass through every day, and what all
So
questions.
Paramita, let's assume that okay, I understand who are trying as a Scrum Master or who is looking their career as a Scrum Master, they will agree to this. Let's assume that I am a developer, and I do think that Scrum Masters are redundant. I like that word. Okay, Scrum Masters are redundant. So if they are really redundant, so how do you what should we do to change their mindset? I'm a developer. I'm not a Scrum background. I'm not having anything on Scrum. I am just happy with my technical developments and all day to day activity. So and I feel okay, this is a Scrum Master is a kind of a redundant activity of my leads. What my tech lead is doing, it's a kind of redundant activity, or it is a redundant activity to my project manager. Okay, so how do you think that we can do something better to avoid this? So
Yeah. So, we cannot change their mindset in one day. It is not a task in one day, but slowly we have to educate. I mean, not only the team members, but the organization, the leadership. Even the leadership also thinks sometimes that these guys are redundant, the scrum masters or the agile coaches, they are redundant. But we have to educate, and we have to show that how, when we are in the team, when we are guiding the team or mentoring the team, coaching the team, or managing the project, how this project is flowing in a smooth way, so the project glides in a smooth way. I would say that I have seen that when there is no presence of such a leader, so initially maybe everyone, the developers will do their jobs, and they will uh, the delivery will be done. But there, only the delivery will not help, there are a lot of things that comes with the delivery, like we have to have the uh, the way we are delivering our goals and objectives, the way the customer satisfaction is, how, if the customer is really satisfied with the work done, how the transparency between the customers and the other stakeholders and the management and the developers are, and if the velocity is going on in a smooth way, if any of the developer is not overloaded or any of the developer is not very underloaded, so there are a lot of things, and there are a lot of metrics that comes along with that, that we can show from time to time, and which is a proof of our work, that okay, when a scrum master is there, or an agile coach, or for that matter anyone of that level is there, so how the team transitions into a smooth way of working. But without that, there will be a lot of hurdles, I must say, because even in traditional way of working, uh, though there is a traditional project manager there, but the customer satisfaction is not that much if you see. So because there is no early delivery of value, or there is no continuous delivery of value, and at the end of the 6 months or 1 year after the one release, then the customer gets, and maybe that is not what they expected. So there is a lot of pain points, I must say, that happens there. So it's not a one day job, but gradually we have to educate and we have to gain their trust. So that is a very important thing to gain the team members' trust.
Okay, let's assume that there is a leader who is saying that, okay, you are saying measure and grow, right? We'll measure and grow. How do we grow? So now let's assume that we have measured. Okay, we have measured one parameter, any parameter we take it. uh, we have been growing consistently. So let's assume that velocity has to be grown. Okay, simple thing. So it has been grown up in 6 months. We are good. Then let's assume that as a leader, somebody comes up and says that, okay, what your role to increase in velocity? That's all team does. You do not do anything. What is your role? I wanted to like to know what are you being trained now? So how do you face this question now? Param?
Okay, that is a tricky question, I must say. But yeah, but when the team has, obviously, the team has contributed towards increasing improvement of the velocity. But initially, during the planning phase, when the team takes up the work, then there should be some capacity planning. There should be some a measurement of the load that the team can take. There are a lot of uncertainties that can occur. So those also have to be taken care of. There are some kind of technical dates that are coming on from there's some spillovers. So everything the team cannot take care by themselves. It is not their work also. They won't be interested also in doing all those things together. There should be some point, that the team will understand each other's work, and there should be some guiding force. So this capacity planning, the load calculation, and
So you mean to say, Paramita, if as a scrum master there would be a guide, we need team needs always that guide, huh? Throughout
yes,
the life.
mostly. I would like to believe that mostly. The team needs a guide, otherwise, there will be a chaos.
But your leader doesn't think that the team needs a guide. That's the situation it might be, right?
Yeah,
So I don't know how far we are good with that attitude. But what we can do, that's I am opening up the debates slowly for others to participate. And let's listen to others also. And I just wanted to have some viewpoints from everybody
yeah,
on this topic, because this is a burning topic anywhere,
yes,
probably.
yes.
So yeah, so thanks Paramita for explanation and other things to bringing up. But I would like to
Yeah,
have
sure.
a discussion for few minutes on this topic with others also, and I wanted to hear everybody: Vidushi, Sujit, Manita, Rajkumari, Preeti, Rajsekhar, anybody, anybody, anybody in the room. So the question is, I am rephrasing again. So everybody might have faced that their leaders are saying velocity have been increased. Matrix has been doing good. It is very good. We are seeing consistency. But that is team is working. How do you think that? How can I effectively measure Scrum Master's performance? What is their Scrum Master performance? Anybody? Anybody faced such kind of situation? I do face right now also this kind of situation. I'm honest to say, everybody. I'm even facing, and I have been heard multiple people saying that they are also facing. Like leaders are confused. How do they measure Scrum Master performance? They are much bothered about Scrum Master performance rather than actual team's performance. So how do we deal with?
And then maybe I can add my viewpoint on this question. Because according to me, the Scrum Master's performance can only be measured by how self-managed a team is. We cannot calculate it any other way. If your team is self-managed, they are able to, um, resolve their impediments by themselves, and they are able to meet their sprint goal, and they are not frequent spillovers, or they are not frequent, and they are able to manage their technical debt as well. So that's only, and how if we are getting any customer feedback, or how positive they are, and so that's the only way we can measure how efficient a Scrum Master is. Because um, as the title says, Scrum Master is a servant leader. So without any authority, first of all, without any authority, a Scrum Master has to lead his or her team and motivate people around in the team. So that's my point of view, I guess.
No, no, that's good, Vidushi. But do you think that after all of this listening, your leader is saying, yeah, good, no spillover, you are improved on the spillover, you are improved on everything, all other parameters. Why do I need you then? I don't need you, right? Team is good. Team is self managed, team is self delivered. Why do you need you? Why do I need you? Simple question. No, you said right. Everything else you said right. But if the team is self managed, let's assume that in a family, even your kid is not grown up now. That is how you are hand holding everything for him or her. Correct? Everybody. Once the kid is grown up, do you do that same level of hand holding? You'll not do. Correct? Let's assume that we were sometime kid also. So after 20 years, once we become adult, do we need that same kind of hand holding? No. Answer is no, right? Then do we need our parents or not? As a guide and mentor, not with the relation. I'm not bothered about the relationship. Understand? The relationship, parents were somewhere, guide or mentor. Now, do we need them emotionally? Do we need them actually as a mentor or not? That's a question. She said as a guide, okay, I understand, I take it. You are saying like, okay, yeah, we can take all these parameters, I take it. But my question, I am just relating it through personal agility space also. So what the kid has to do? Kid has to take it emotionally. No, no, they are my parents. So I have to agree it. I don't know how far the kids or we are doing now. That's a different topic to be discussed. But what I'm trying to say, in a mentor relationships, like parents are generally mentors to us, right? Kind of in a space. So do we give them that much space that okay they would have done the same hand holding for us? Did you see?
Yeah, Anand. So, but we always need a guide or mentor above us, whether as a child, in the space of personal agility, or whether it is in a workspace. I think, however self-managed a team will be, they always need someone to look upon to. So, I think Scrum Master role can never be a redundant one.
Hmm. Okay. You know, once the kids are grown up, you will not need a parents to be continuously mentored. What I am thinking, always they do not need a mentoring. It's every time. Let's assume that the kid is having 7 years, 8 years. He or she doesn't know how to have the. He doesn't have the dining manners. Okay. So now you made enough practice. Correct. He got it. How to do it. Do you think that with the dining manners, he or she can survive it at Western culture? Probably may not be no. Indian culture of dining and Western culture of dining is different. So now, do you think that same trainer as a parent can they help the kid? to make them training to dining culture, Western culture? Because it might be the parents are old enough. They do not know that Western culture of dining. They have never experienced. How do they do it? But definitely a mentor will tell, yeah, yeah, go ahead. I don't know. But you can look for some mentor and some trainer, not mentor, some trainer, and you can get the training. That's simple. That's simple. That is a mental meta model you have to be prepared. That's all mentors. Okay. So the coach and trainers are temporary, basically. Okay. Mentors would be lifelong. So generally, parents or any relationship, it is mentoring what I feel. Okay. And we do love them as mentor, not as a trainer. So, and going back to once I become adult, I do think, okay, everything if I have to ask my parents, then I'm not self-managed. That's a way of nowadays self-managed person is changing even in our personal agility. So the question is here: there are some relatives or some friends, they may not like this. They may also say that you need always to ask everything for your parents and all by culture, or it is just a culture. It is just a culture they were having it. So it is a cultural transformation is needed, what I'm trying to say. So the leaders might be saying also, we don't need scrum masters. Okay, I also say that it is very good. I don't know how many people in the room they will agree. I think, yeah, we don't need scrum masters. I'm happy. I'm done my job. Then I won the World Cup. That's all. I'm done. Because it is a self-managed team. That's how you are saying you don't need scrum master. So your exit criteria, again I am repeating, sometime I have repeated, and now also I am repeating, your exit criteria is your entry criteria. Okay, if you have defined your exit criteria before moving into entry criteria of the scrum master, and you could have said 1 year and I will do it this team, or 2 years I would do this complete transformation for this team with these parameters, you are done. So then if leaders are facing that, okay, no, you are done, why do you need it? You are actually in coaching space. You are a team coach now. Team coaches are hired for a certain goals. It is done. That's all.
Yeah, Anand, but I have a question. Like, okay, I have coached the team and the team has become self managed. But the team also changes, right? I mean, it won't be the same team always. New members will be coming up who has not that level of self managed or self realization that, okay, we have to do this. So, again, there will be a need of a coach for them.
Yeah, there might be a need of coach.
Yeah.
Understand? But that may not be you.
Yeah, that may
So,
not be, yeah,
see,
that
there is a need of coach. I'm not denying. When the team changes, there might be internal coaches you can build. There are a lot of other possibilities.
agree.
Now, how do you take that opportunity? That's a different story. But yeah, it's a good question. That if the changes, there is some changes to team structure, organization, governance, anything can be happen. Not only adding to the team. Top leadership changed, so we need again everything to be fixed. So if the culture is being changing, so there might be a lot of different things. But do I need? So that is an extension to my coaching contract. That's the answer. I won this World Cup, or I may lose the World Cup. As Rahul Dravid lose the World Cup. Okay. But the question is, do I need an extension? That has to be set by leaders, not by us. But my entry criteria and exit criteria are fixed. That is what the coach role. We have to understand this role as a coach, either in team level or program level, or even portfolio or solution level. So I'm very clear. It is a temporary role. It's not throughout the life. When it is going throughout the life, you need mentors. You do not need, you know, probably you do not need a coach there. That's all I'm trying to be clear. And yeah. So you need to transform yourself from coach to mentor. coach to team coach to organization coach. If the team is settled down, you have to get into other teams, you have to get into other verticals. But you as a coach, if you are considering same team members, same situation, same way of working, same requirements, almost it is coming and going, everything is stable. What are we doing with the agile practice? I am thinking now. So the agile mindset is not working there. Again, we are consistent. We are consistent and happy. I do think, I do take this whole thing in this way, and I am open to be challenged.
So,
Anybody
Anand,
can.
I have a question here. So, according to you, so once a team becomes self-managed, the Scrum Master should not be, that role should not be there with that team.
That decision, again, I am saying that exit criteria you have to write when you get into entry criteria. When you discuss, see, when somebody, how do you do one team? Let's assume that I am the leader, I'm the CEO, or I'm whoever, a leader, director, or associative director. I called and I hired Vidusi as a scrum master for a team which is having 10 to 12 members. Simple. Correct? Now, so I need a scrum master. Vidusi, you are the scrum master. Can you do this transformation, scrum transformation for my team? This is what my team, I have a bigger team, but I wanted to start with this team. That's a general statement. Okay? So Vidusi, tell me now, how do you go with? I am a leader. I am having only 10 minutes, and everybody can, I guess, get some feeling here when we are doing conversation. Yeah, Vidusi, go ahead. I have only 10 minutes to talk. So you have any questions? I guess you are a very good scrum master. You can take the team and do it.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have any question? I can send you the team roster. What else you need from me?
Okay, maybe I don't know, Anand, how to answer this question, but uh,
I would try to get it answered from anybody in the room. Rajsekhar, Preeti, Rajkumari, Manita, Sujit, uh, Trid B. I do not get the name. Even Paromita, anybody. Come on, Rajkumari, Manita, Sujit. No. Okay, Bidusi. Let's assume that you might say that. Okay, I'll do it. Simple answer. Yeah, yeah, yes, sir. I'll do it because I am looking like so much old, so much leadership qualities. You will say yes, I'll do it without knowing even problem. Why are you being hired? That's a preliminary question. That's a preliminary question. What we do the mistake, we never ask to our recruiters in the down the line, not HR. Guys, please. When I say recruiters, it is a question to be asked all the recruitment teams that lies till leadership. Guys, why are you hiring me? Simple question. So they will say something, right? So the same way, when you are getting a team to be transformed for Scrum, Agile, whatever the frameworks and all, whatever, you should ask, right? Why do you need me? Is it something that everybody is doing Scrum in the organization? So that is how you need to do the Scrum, or what exactly the purpose of this transformation? Because the leader should know what is the purpose. If leader doesn't know, and the chain of leaders are saying him or her to do this, and he is just following, then there is something else to be done. So I'm very clear. So are we asking that question to our leaders? Anybody? Anybody? Anybody is trying to open up? No, Paramita.
Yeah, I mean, why we are getting hired, that is true that we have to ask our recruiters. But I feel that nowadays, I mean, not everyone is very much enlightened, about this coaching job. They will think that the name has only changed. It is actually a project manager, but we are calling it as a scrum
See,
master.
see, the answer came out. Now
Mm,
the answer came out, actual answer.
mm,
See, the mind is saying it is a project manager,
mm.
the mouth is saying
Scrum
team
master.
coach, scrum master, or whatever. So there is a gap between mind and mouth. You have to identify the problem now. Problem identification is done. Now
Actually,
by asking, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Actually, I was asked in an interview that what is the difference of Scrum Master and Project Manager, and no matter whatever I said, the interviewer was not happy. So even at last, I was also confused that okay, why we need a Scrum Master separately if we already have a project manager. So he made me confused even because no matter what I said, even if I said whatever is written in our courses and all, but he was not happy with the answer. I don't know what he wanted exactly, what difference he wanted.
He wanted to listen what he understood or what he experienced, that part, so that he can take you into the next round of the interview. That is what kind of the thought. Now for the interview seeker, you probably read the mind and answer in that way. Okay. But actual learning, answer is no, big no. Sorry to say, big no, everybody. That's not the way. Okay. So there are two ways for getting interview. There is something surviving and learning. That is a different thing. Whole the ball game is different now. So yeah, Bidusi. So I heard, and I have a similar inline thought. There are a lot of myths. Project manager, scrum master. Okay, and we can keep a debate of 2 hour, it will not end. But I guess we have debated sometime in even Scrum Master transition talk. I guess Rajsekhar was, I do remember a lot of questions at that time, I do remember. So I'm not going into that debate fully now, but still, my question is, are we understanding why do we need this transformation? What is the urgency behind this? Anybody? Are we asking? Did you see like you are working as a scrum master in some organization, or you are already having some experience, right? Rajsekhar and did you see?
Yes, Anant.
Yeah, Rajsekhar, go ahead. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, I am understanding. Transformation is required to generate the core values, right? That's what you're saying. Hmm. Okay, so we
So
have a
he has also.
drawback in waterfall. Yeah, so we have a drawback in waterfall. That is how we need it. So my question is, you know that we have a drawback in waterfall. My question is to you again. Does that drawbacks are known to your leaders? That is a hidden question. They know very well, right? They know very well. Tell me, like, okay, you become now leader. Okay, so you become now leader. I am the team coach or scrum master. Okay, so yeah, so why do you hire me? Tell me, that's second. So sprint goal and product goal, right? Okay, okay. So I'm just touching to those 2 points. You told 2 points. I'll be coming to 2 points. See how I am making it bit complex now as a leader now. Okay, sprint goal and product goal, right? Sprint goal and product goal. Probably product goals has to be managed by product owners in the product roadmap, and my product owners are doing very well. Sprint goals. Okay, once the product goals are been defined, then we can divide and split into sprints and we can put into. Why do I need a person, single person, for entire project or entire Scrum team for doing only sprint goal to be achieved?
The sprint goal and product goal, like not only one person can achieve. Okay, whole the Scrum team is achieved. If I
No,
go to the
it is not
no,
achieving. Anyways, Rasekar, it is not anyways achieving, I believe. I'm not talking about Scrum Master has to achieve. It is team has to achieve. But there is no role of Scrum Master because I think product owner also take care. As a leader, I do think that product owner can take care and he is doing it. He is doing a good job. So probably in this case, my Scrum Master role is kind of a redundant. I'm
no,
challenging
no.
you, Rasekar, in this way.
I understand your point of view. If I talk about only the transformation in the Scrum level, okay, I agreed for because of we are specific role will be there, okay. But in the terms of the Kanban extreme programming, we don't require Scrum Master.
Hmm.
You got my point?
So you mean to say, if we are doing Scrum transformation, then we don't need Scrum Master. Product owners can do Scrum
No,
Master
no, no,
job.
no, no. If you're doing Scrum framework like a Scrum transformation, we require a Scrum Master. But if you are going to do that Kanban and other extreme programming, lean programming, we don't require any Scrum Master.
Hmm. See. Again, I am saying, I am. First of all, I'll come to why are we doing Kanban? Why not in Scrum? That's a story is different. Okay. So now my question is more on only Scrum. We wanted to do Scrum transformation, right? Everybody is listening that. We are bothered only a small area, Scrum transformation. I have some products to be developed newly and we wanted to work with Scrum transformation. Okay, as a leader. Product goal is set. My product owner is very good. He has set my product goals. And has already split it into, see, listen, there is a 6 months delivery time I have. As a leader, I know 1 year delivery time, let's assume that, not 6 months. So he has already known my product owners, 2 3 product owners, and they know what is the product goals. So they will go to their each individual Scrum team and they can do it. What Scrum Master has to do there? Sorry, I'm taking longer time, but this is the actual topic. And I do see Preeti has raised her hand. So Preeti, wait for a minute, I'll take your question here. Yeah. Rasika. Hope you are getting Rasika. So my question is only Scrum Master in Scrum framework. Let's get into only that. You're saying, right? Scrum Master is needed for Scrum
Master, like,
framework. Hello? Sorry.
yeah, is needed. Is needed.
Not audible. I'm not able to hear Rasika. Some audio issues.
Sorry, Anant.
Yeah, now it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
better.
Some
Go ahead.
technical issues I am facing here. No, no, Scrum Master is required according to framework and safe level. I don't think in Kanban and extreme programming we don't require.
That's okay. Rajsekar. We are not discussing about Kanban and XP
Yeah,
now. We are discussing only about
yeah.
Scrum Master's essence in
Uh,
Scrum.
tr-
So so I am trying to challenge you. There also it is not needed. My product owner is doing good job.
yeah, even though if a product owner is good, he's doing good job. Example means in the family, even though you are children or you are in the adult also, still the family is going to be give the instruction advising. Okay, we are going to listen the advice. Correct? You're saying that I'm good, I'm everything like I'm elder now. I don't want your advice. Are you going to say that?
So, but see, the problem is with this example, people will say that in corporate, I'm giving this example to make others understand now. But if we say these examples, then people in the corporate and the leadership, they will say that, okay, we are had a theoretical scrum master who is not able to convince me. This is what the answer
Yeah,
exactly they
right.
have given.
Finally, I am saying no,
See,
no.
Rasekar,
Finally,
this is
answer
what
is Scrum Master.
I understand. Scrum Master is needed, but I'm not getting convinced easily. That's what my mindset now. What should you
Convince
do?
him, but he is going to generate the value compared to other things like a sub. If without Scrum Master, if we are generating 70%, if a Scrum Master, maybe we are going to get 90-95%. That is exactly my answer,
Okay,
Ananta.
okay. Let's hold on. That you said that value generation as a Scrum Master, with Scrum Master in Scrum framework, without Scrum Master with Scrum framework, right? So you are thinking with a Scrum Master, the value generation would be higher than without Scrum Master, correct? Let's assume that. Let's
Yes,
assume
yes,
that.
correct.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. Hold on. Very good. So how do you measure the value? How do you say that evidentially that these are the
Yes,
values? These are the, listen, my question is not completed yet. Previously, without Scrum Master, when we perform all these activities, the values were less 3 or out of 5, it is 3. Now, now with Scrum Master, when you do such all these activities, then this is something from 3 it is increasing to 4. That is what the Scrum Master value. How do you say that? Hello? Am I audible?
hello. Yes,
Yes, Amit. You are
from
audible.
from the product. Can you once again repeat?
Yeah, yeah, Rasekar.
Hello.
What I am trying to say, without Scrum Master, I am doing, let's assume that I have done something. Okay? The team has done. Okay, something. I don't know what. You wanted to generate the value and define the value, right? So, without Scrum Master, they have done something which can be rated out of 5 as 3. Now, with Scrum Master,
Okay.
whatever they have done, I can rate as out of 5, it is 4. Okay, correct?
Yes.
Now, it has been increased then with
Yes,
Scrum
correct.
Master 3 to 4. Then I can show that evidentially I have increased the efficiency somehow. I don't know which parameters I have to take and what is the measuring unit to be taken now. But I have something in place that I can show it. 3 to 4, it is increasing
No, no,
without
no.
and with.
Practically, you can't show that. Example in the waterfall model, where is the Scrum Master? Where you are showing you 100% result? Tell me first. Why that it's a waterfall model is failed? My question is simple. Okay. In the waterfall model, if the Scrum Master is there, he is maintaining all the whatever the facilitation, whatever the, he's going to be
See,
helping to
see,
the
see,
product
see.
owner or developers. Okay.
Rajsekhar, again, I guess I am talking about only Scrum framework. Okay. Scrum Master essence in Scrum framework. That's a simple question. Correct? So I don't think I am getting convinced as a leader. Always there is a mindset. No, my product owner is doing great. Or I will compare as a Scrum Master to product owner or some senior tech lead or somebody. And I am thinking like, okay, Scrum Master is a redundant job. That's what the debate has been started here. Correct. So now what I'm trying to say, how do you prove it evidentially to leader? Leader will
How
say,
the
okay,
leader how the leader is saying that your product owner is good? What metrics are you using? Tell me first. My product owner is good. Tell me the
exactly.
what metrics
So
I'm
you,
asking you. I'm asking you what
yeah, what
metrics
are you asking?
your product owner is good, very good. Okay, how you are saying that your product owner is
Exactly. I'm answering. Because without the Scrum Master, I have a technical lead and I have a business understanding lead who is sitting at on site. Okay. He is giving the requirement. My technical people are doing the requirement and it is going smooth. My deliveries are on time. Nothing, no problem. My deliveries are on time. I don't have any issues. That's a question. Understand again and again. I am saying my deliveries are happy. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm happy with
Ananta.
technical leaders and business leaders. They are very good coordinating. They are doing everything what they need to do, and the deliveries are going on time.
I understand your point of view. The team is like a stagnant, okay? Like they are
The
well
team is not
matured.
stagnant. This is what
Then
Rajsekhar. That is
no,
what the
no.
problem. We do think that.
I don't.
Let me
Maybe
complete. Let
that
me
leader
complete.
mind that leader
Yeah,
mindset is not changed.
leader
Not changed. Not
mindset is leader mindset is that team is doing very great. The way they have been comfort, the way they have been having that comfort for 10 years or 5 years or 2 years, everything is going good. But once you dig into the system with a zoom in and zoom out, you have to find it out what the improvements you can bring it out. That's the theory. That's the theory I am trying to implement now in practical. So find it out, dig into the system, do all such practices, okay, all apply all your principles, core principles, and dig into the problem first. Define the problem. Sometimes, somebody said, create the problem if the problem is not there. Then only you can have your existence of Scrum Master. So it is not create the problem, it is define the problem in well way. Okay, it's not create the problem. So problems would be there, and if there is no problem, there is no learning. So discover the problem statement first. If you have discovered the problem, what you have to resolve, let's assume that your leaders are not able to discover even problems. That's the state. Actually, they are saying, I'm happy the way. Then why do they need you? They don't need you actually. That's what the problem. We are getting redundant. If we define our problem statement by bringing this, if we can get all this, we can do all such activities, and we can improve your final deliveries in some way, quality, some way, XYZ. I can tell you there are 6 points, at least 6 points where you can improve. So then they would be happy. Now they will give you a time. Okay. So how many years you need? How many months you need for initially one parameter to improve? Because they like if you get some value them. So value has to be quantified. That's all I'm trying to say. And this quantification technique, you cannot do it in the first day. You have to understand the system. You have to calibrate the system bit, so that you do the value quantification, and they will understand slowly. That's all I can say.
no.
Anyways,
Even the quantify is not give the value. Who told that? Qualitative only give the value. I agree at this point. Okay. I don't believe that burn down, burn up velocity chart. Okay. I believe always like defect density and code coverage and
I'm not
CSAT.
talking about that quantity and qualitative, Rajsekhar. Quantitative quality, it is about analysis of the product I am talking. I'm not
Okay.
talking
Sorry,
quality means defects.
sorry. Misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Go
So,
ahead.
Rajsekhar, I'm talking about the which product matrix I have to look forward as a leader, what I can improve as a product. So, let's assume that I'll give you some example. The flow load time. Your requirements are getting to deployed in 6 months. I have to identify now how many months it is taking. So if it is 6 months, I can say no, it can be going in 1 month ahead. I think it is possible. How do you say that unless until you do not know the system? So that is another key. Are you getting it? So we have to know that system particularly, what exactly we can do. It is time to market, it is flow load, it is a flow efficiency, what I can improve. There are a lot of metrics, even that can be a testing quality, production escape, or whatever. So anything. So we need to know that particular item, what we need to be improved. That is our problem statement. Rasikar. So defining the problem statement in a quality manner. That's what I was talking. It is not only quality, even you have to put some quantity. Like, okay, there are having production escapes, 20 production escapes now. So I need agile to be placed that my production escape at least should be zero. Sometimes leaders will say like this, I need zero. Can you make it zero? Answer is no. If it is so huge, we cannot make it zero all of a sudden now. Now, how do we commit it? Okay, there should be some tentative, putting values, numbers. At least we can close to 20% down, 20% reduction. So we have to come up that quantitative statements now with the quality. So quality means I'm not talking about testing only. Okay. Yeah. Hello, Rasikar. Are you getting?
Yeah, yeah, got it, Anant. I
And this
understand.
is this is what actually KPI, OKR
Yes,
to KPI. So you
yeah,
have to
correct.
talk into then that language, so that it is very crystal. They will like you. They would like you. Okay, somebody has identified my problem now. Yeah. Preeti has a question. Preeti, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to know how exactly we can, what all the components we need to consider when we are defining our KPI.
Preeti, see, there are basically four components. There's not components wise, 4 5 components. We do not have much. But what organization is looking for now? Because that should be urgency. Again, I'm saying, when I dig into some organization before 5 years, they called me only about production escape. There are some organization when I was working with a hardware, okay, semiconductors, they were only bothered about time to market, that
Okay.
total lean time. So, what I am trying here, knowing the problem is the key. You go to doctors or consultants. Again, I am saying, I have a lot of reports, but what exactly causing this? Every report is having some deficiency. Some blood reports are having it, like hemoglobin is low, IBC is low, that everything is low, correct? But there might be some bigger region, okay, which might be impacting all these parameters, and might be organization is needing that to be known. Okay,
Okay.
so you need to know what exactly organization is looking for. Okay,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
so if you see, I'll tell you, give a hint. Okay, how do you know that what product organization needs? Even because many times leaders do not discover themselves that there is a problem. Are you getting it? So,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's a very good question, Preeti. But the only answer is now you have to ask powerful question.
Okay.
Landing to them, powerful question. What you
Hmm.
should ask? Okay. So let's assume that you are the leader. Okay, you are not the scrum master or the team coach, but you got an assignment that okay, it
Hmm.
is to be completed. This product has to be developed, correct, by so on so date, correct. So what
Yeah.
you need as a leader? Tell me.
Yeah, I need to check like whether all the requirements are in place and we have the resource in our team completely, and do we have the right resource in the team, and do we have the budget? All these components will be thinking, and what all we need to implement in the team to start with this activity, what all we implement, whether we have the right framework or we have the legacy practices being followed, what transformation we need to bring into the teams.
Okay. Going to transformation, I'm just holding you. So I have a couple question. I'll return back to you just to know better. Okay.
Okay.
So the first question: do you think that did you work with the same set of people?
Yeah,
Like,
depends. If we are in the same team or it has been new team has been formed, no, it is not. If it is the same team and we are getting a new enhancement or new product for the same team, then yes.
so the answer is it could not be completely new
Yes.
in 90% case, right? It would be 30% new. Sorry, sometime it is 30% new, 70% like majority is existing, minority is new. Okay, and sometime it is reverse also. Two cases, correct? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So one case is if minor is new, major is existing. So,
Okay. Okay.
so Preeti, as a leader, what is your mindset? Are you confident about product or not?
How?
Yes, I am. But if there is the right data from the PO, then for sure, if we have the right data in hand, sometimes how it happens is like we spend three months with the same team, but we won't be having the proper requirements in hand. We won't be having the deliverables defined.
Yeah, so we were discussing only resource problem. You were saying now you are getting into the requirements problem, correct? In
Yeah,
the language of waterfall. Okay.
yeah.
So now resource is fine. You are saying the requirements are not good.
Chapter
Correct?
na aji
Hmm.
5
Okay.
number
Yeah.
If
hobo.
Preeti requirements are not good,
Hmm.
what should we do?
We need to concentrate more on gathering the information. Like at least we need to find out what is our MVP
Class.
one. If we
So
have MVP one, yeah.
basically through the conversation, if it is an existing team, you are confident on the team, Rajsekhar and others, you can listen this what I am doing with her. I am getting confidence that team is my leader is confident with team, but my leader is not confident with
Deliberate.
business.
Yeah.
Business putting into the requirements.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
So the problem is this
Hmm.
with existing team.
Hmm.
Understand? So
Yeah.
you have to
Yeah.
define this problem clearly.
Hmm.
Correct?
Yeah. Yeah. True.
And by discussions only it can come. Believe me, that is the only magic. There is no other magic.
Hmm. Yeah.
Brainstorming sessions.
Brainstorming sessions. True. True. Yeah. Okay.
So idea mapping sessions.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Problem
Yeah.
review, problem review workshops. All this.
Hmm.
Okay. And
Hmm.
how do you resolve that is a hackathon. So hackathon I am not going, but at least these three we should do. I'm giving you the names even. We should be doing. What is the problem? Even we don't know many times. So by discussion, you will get lot of problems. It's a bunch of problems. The people will give you a bunch of problems. Don't worry, Preeti. Now you have to prioritize. I just discussed with 10 minutes to you, and you are coming. No, business requirements are not correct if it is an existing team, right? So if it is not an existing team,
Hmm. Hmm.
then
Hmm.
you do not know. You are not confident at all as a leader.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Why? Because like we see that half of the budget has been burnt already, but still people are struggling with knowing the acceptance criteria for the deliverables.
So, so you are also bothered about timely
Hmm.
delivery because you made a delivery to be happen timely.
Hmm. Hmm.
You committed somewhere. So the predictability is other problem.
Hmm. 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 Yeah.
So come to that points. I cannot say that you will make 100% delivery now.
Hmm.
But if you make 60% delivery, then
Hmm.
also you can claim that I have done something.
Hmm.
My team has done, and I have when team has done, I have done. It's nothing more than that. So you have to come up with that. That's the first thing to measuring. It is a measuring unit and definitions to be done. If we are
Yeah.
failing with measuring units to be defined, then there is
Yeah.
no way to grow even.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
And we will be, latter into, we will be moving into a lot of challenges actually. Our leaders will challenge you. What did you do? Everything team is pushing because you are, see, what is the situation by, see, indirectly leaders wanted on time delivery. For on time doing delivery, what you do? Tell me. You have to push to the team, right?
Absolutely true. Yeah.
So by pushing to the team now, they would be getting frustrated. But okay, there are a lot of work is coming up. Okay. Now the situation, leaders will feel that okay, team is pushing themselves. Correct? So what Scrum Master is doing? But the answer is here. If this team is capable of enough to self push themselves, then I am happy to leave. I'm happy to leave. Give me some other team, I will take care. But team is not doing that is why I'm here. That's the answer. Okay. Anyways, so I guess we need to define our measuring criteria, Preeti. That's all I can say.
Yeah. True. True. Thank you so much for this, Ananta. Thank you.
Thanks, Preeti. Any more questions, Sujit, Rajkumari, Bidusi?
No, I don't have any, Anand.
But did you get it, Vidushi? Now, at least a bit
Yes.
better idea
Yeah.
what you need
Yes.
to do. Okay. Thanks, Vidushi. Yeah, Rajkumari, go ahead. If you have to say something.
You have mentioned like if we have issues with the problem and the requirement problem, timely delivery. So you were talking about the brainstorming session and some mapping, mind mapping. I did not get the word actually. I missed it.
Idea mapping,
Idea mapping. Yeah.
problem solving workshops.
Uh,
Okay.
uh,
And what I was saying, basically, brainstorming means sometimes leaders would not be knowing even what is the problem you are like. Why do they hire a scrum master? What is he going to do? They will
mhm,
say just okay, do the things what other scrum master is doing.
hmm.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
So so many times it is a kind of a situation. If the other scrum master is doing, then you will also land up with the doing the same thing.
Hmm,
You will not have that additional creativity now. The creativity comes when you know the problem statement.
mhm,
The problem statement, defining the problem statement is first thing, and
hmm,
agreeing to the problem statement by leadership, by teams is the second thing. Then the third thing is how do you resolve that problem? But if there is no problem, there is no agile, there is no transformation, nothing. Team is happy, leaders are happy, I am happy. Let me go and sleep. That's it. See, there is a problem. There is a problem,
hmm,
and there is a less problem. There are less problem if you define it. If you cannot define it, I don't know what is the iceberg. Now, there will be a lot of things in the under the water. We do not see them. So spend time. It is not one brainstorming session. You
hmm,
have to do some brainstorming session with BAs. You have to do some brainstorming sessions with product owners. You have to do the brainstorming session with team differently even. And team will give you a lot of things. BA will give you a lot of things. Product owner will give you a lot of things. Take all this, put into a chart and say them, these are the problem statements. I got it. Now I have 10 problems to resolve. Can
hmm,
you prioritize this? What I have to resolve to leader? Now you see, now you see the challenge. It is, leaders were never known that, okay, there are 10 problems existing.
hmm,
So agile is a mirror, first mirror, okay, to
hmm,
show the organization what are the problems they have, not to solve, not to solve, okay. It will reflect all the problems. And if somebody is saying by hiring Rajkumari, I'm having a lot of problems, you should be happy that okay, mirror is already kept in front of them. Now, by adhering to the Scrum, the mirror is being seen, problems are bubbling up, and
hmm,
everybody is seeing it transparently. Okay, but if you do not have a plan to resolve in a long term or short term plan, then our jobs are in danger. That's problems will bubble up. Okay, and if the problems, there is one more problem. If the problems are not bubbling up, then there is a bigger problem. Nobody wanted to talk about problems. They wanted to, discard about problems. Okay, but there are problems. Do you have a system which is having not problem, no problem, zero problem? Do you have a system?
no, never.
That's all. So that's what I said. Sometimes somebody said to me, create problems. It is not create problem, find the problems. There would be enough problems. You will get by the brainstorming session. Just do a brainstorming session that what are the problems? Okay, what are the problems? What should we improve here? Do you have any scope of improvement? People will say, Rajkumari, if you ask, do you have any scope of improvement? People might say no. No, no, we are good. I'm happy. I'm getting my salary. So now the trust will be less. People are not trusting you
Hmm,
and they're not opening up. That's another problem with you. That's a problem with Scrum Master or as a coach. People are not ready to share their things. Okay. I took almost 15 minutes more. But yeah, so that is what the engaging discussion probably. Hope it would have given at least some thoughts about how do we how do we get into this coaching agreements and all. You know, this is what we call coaching agreement. When we do with leaders, we have to do in confluence one coaching working agreement, at least with leader, so that leaders would not be coming and questioning to the team coach. It is almost 1 year, 3 quarters appraisal time. Scrum master, what did you do? It is all team is doing, because team also has to go with the same appraisal. Correct? So define this coaching agreement as an appraisal agreement of yours clearly, which we do not do generally. By that, they will be getting some education even. Use your appraisal sessions as an coaching agreement sessions to the leaders and make them aware. These are the things, these are the challenges I am seeing. I don't know whether you are seeing or not. Do you want me to improve? The answer will come, yes, I want to improve, but not this. I have some other challenges also. Then they will speak up all the challenges even in front of you. So, guys, trigger the leaders to say the problems. Okay, that's all. Anyways, thank you. Thanks, Paramita. Thanks for your time, and thanks everybody for putting 1 hour to this discussion. And Paramita, thanks for opening up and triggering up today's discussion.
Yeah,
So
thank you everyone.
yeah,
Thanks.
thanks everybody.
Yeah,
Keep
thank
any
you.
questions.
Yeah.
This
Thank you,
was
everyone.
Thank you, everyone. It was a very insightful session. Yeah, and really appreciate everyone for joining.
Thank you, Rajkumari.
Yeah,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thanks
Bye.
everybody. And if any question, you can chat, talk to
Yes,
me.
yes, sir.
Anybody?
Mm,
Thank you. Thanks.
thank
Bye.
you. Yeah, bye, guys.